I'm Catherine Kuhns, and I'm the creator of Right on the Button. Right on the Button is a collection of 80 math problems. Each of the problems has a button theme to it, and each one is written on this adorable button card with an even more adorable button person posing them. On the back is the answer. There are 80 problems, and they increase in difficulty. This was written for the kindergarten, first, second grade child. The first problems start out very simply. Here's an example. There are 7 blue buttons. There are 2 red buttons. How many buttons are there in all? Notice blue is written in blue. Red is written in red. Notice there is no return sweep. The problems, as I said, get a little bit more difficult. Here is problem 36. There are 9 buttons. There are 4 green buttons, and the rest are blue. How many buttons are blue? And here's an example of one towards the very end. There are 19 buttons. There are 10 blue buttons. There is 1 more red button than green buttons. How many green buttons are there in all? You might be thinking, why buttons? Well, there's a very good reason. Buttons are a wonderful manipulative. First of all, a button is part of a child's real world. A button is easy to maneuver, to handle, to move around. And a button makes sense to children. Easy to maneuver, part of their real world, makes sense. Put it together, you have a perfect manipulative use for a child. Okay, what if you don't have enough buttons in your classroom? Well, here's an easy solution. Ask families to send in lids, like to milk or to water. And then you take a permanent marker and make 4 dots so that it looks like a button. As long as you do it in the colors of red, blue, and green, which are the colors that are used in the math clues, you'll be all set. Now, when would you use these button problems? I see lots of possibilities. 1, put a problem on the document camera. Put out the buttons and then ask the children how to solve it. And be sure you listen real carefully to how children solve it. And if there's more than one way to solve it, you pat yourself on the back, because that means that you are providing your children with a variety of ways to solve a problem. Good for you. Then have one child come up, move the buttons around, and explain the answer. I recommend using tens frames with these, because a tens frame is a great way for a child to visualize how to solve a problem. Tens frames are used for problems 1 through 40 because the answers are never greater than 10. And for 41 through problem 80, you should use 2 tens frames. And the children will understand and see how to make a 10 and then build up from there. Another great way is put them in centers. If you know who's going to go back to a center, you can already have a little group of cards bundled together and say, this is the perfect set for you. So everyone who goes to a center will be doing a button problem. It's just they're going to do different levels of button problems, because you have determined, using the number on the back, which problem would be best for that particular student. Another great way to do it is with buddies. One buddy reads the problem, the other buddy solves it, and then the first buddy checks it, and then they swap roles. Great way to use it. Use it in small groups where you would be with 2 or 3 children on the floor at a table with the one problem and the manipulatives solving this. Now, what if you've got a student who's gone through all 80 button problems? Do you just pack it away for next year's class, or do you use it again? And the answer is use it again, because it's not going to hurt a child to solve the same problem more than once. I'm pretty certain that I have solved 5 plus 4 more than once in my lifetime. And a child who solved 5 plus 4 with count all, the next time around might solve 5 plus 4 counting on. And then next time around, they might solve 5 plus 4 because they just knew the fact. We want children to become fluent in their math facts, not through drill and kill, but fluent in their math facts through purposeful practice. And I really believe that right on the button, is it reading or is it math? Yes, the answer would be yes to that. Will give your children purposeful practice. I'm pretty sure they're going to like it. I know you're going to like it. And I thank you for watching my video. Thanks.